Hey, what's up guys? I'm Kavadlo and you're watching GTN Fitness. Today, I'm here to talk to you about some of the pros and cons of weight training versus body weight training. Let's start with weight training. The first obvious pro of weight training is that it just feels good to pick up a heavy object. There's just something satisfying about it in a very primitive sort of way. Now beyond that, the other big pro of weight training is that it's very simple to progress or regress in exercise. All you need to do is get a heavier weight or drop down to a lighter one. And if you're using a barbell, you can just use the same barbell and add plates or take them away. So that's pretty simple. As far as the cons of weight training go, well, the obvious con is you need to have weights or access to a gym membership, which can become cumbersome or costly. Beyond that, it's also really useful to have a spotter when you're doing weight training. Otherwise, you don't really want to try for a 1 rep max on, say, a bench press without somebody there to make sure you're going to be safe. So the risk for injury with weight training might be a little bit higher. Let's move on to talking about body weight training a little bit. The obvious pro of body weight training is that you don't need any equipment. So you can do it anywhere. You could do it at your home, you can go out to a park and train in the sun, which when the weather is nice is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Now the cons of body weight training are that it can be a little bit more complicated to progress or regress in exercise. Since your body weight stays what it is, you can't just put more weight on the bar to make it more challenging. You've got to instead be creative and find ways to change the leverage to make an exercise more difficult. For example, if you're doing a split squat, you can elevate your rear leg, which will make it a little harder. If you're doing a push-up, the same thing applies. You can elevate your feet and then it'll put more of the weight in your hands. You can also vary push-ups by bringing your hands into a closer position, which will make them more difficult. So to sum up, weight training can be a little bit more convenient in terms of gauging progress and progressing and regressing, but calisthenics is awesome because you could do it anywhere, and I kind of like that it forces you to think of new variations. And as far as, I said before that there's something very satisfying about lifting heavy weights, it's also very satisfying to do an exercise like a muscle up or a human flag, especially when you've worked on it for a really long time. So whether you like weights better or whether you like body weight training better, both are really effective methods. And at the end of the day, it really just comes down to personal preference. The best workout is the one that you're actually going to stick to and do week after week. So find what you love and get to it. For GTN Fitness, I'm Kavadlo, and we're working out.